The Sixers are in the middle of a 10-game winning streak, which has catapulted them up the standings, only a half game behind the Cavaliers for the third seed with 6 games remaining. And for the past 4 games, Markelle Fultz has made his triumphant return to the lineup. After a baffling start to the season, where he completely lost his jump shot amidst conflicting reports of a possible shoulder injury, Fultz has been subject to intense scrutiny that could not be considered anything less than unfair to this 19-year-old rookie picked first in the draft. With every post-game practice shot surreptitiously filmed and posted online, we all wondered if his issues would ever get solved and if he could be a productive player on the court. Well, that discussion should be settled by now, since it is clear that Fultz is a legitimate NBA guard and someone who could give them a real boost at the perfect time of the season. While we haven't seen a ton of possessions yet, and granted, the competition the past 4 games has been a bit weak, it also has been a great opportunity to break him in slowly and get his feet wet, and the evidence so far is extremely encouraging. While the stats are relatively modest, the positive plays he's making show an explosive guard, someone who can make things happen off the dribble. In transition, we've seen him be quick but under control and looking to finish strong at the rim. His finishing needs a bit more polish against the pro athletes he's facing in the NBA, but he's displayed some impressive creativity and body control to get the shot off and in the hoop. He's very fast with the dribble, and I like how he scans the floor, quickly finding the open shooter trailing behind for the easy pitch and assist. It's not perfect, and he still needs to balance when to get aggressive in the lane and make the right decisions to pass. Here he almost travels and misses the better pass to an open Redick in the corner for 3. Where it's been really encouraging is in the pick and roll, where we've gotten to see his mid-range jumper, displaying a much more fluid and rhythmic release for the most part. It's not quite consistent, as you can see here. He hangs too long, shoots on the way down, but still displays enough touch to get the shot to drop. And he's been able to exist in the offense off ball, attacking on the catch, finding a sliver of space, and hitting this difficult jumper perfectly. At this point, even from the very little we've seen so far, his control of the dribble and mid-range pull-up game tells me his jump shot won't be an issue. And if he has to get by without shooting threes for now, so be it. He can still be effective. Again, it's not perfect, and we'll still see examples where he hangs too long, probably thinking too much, and lacking good rhythm on his shot. Coming out of college after 1 year, Markelle Fultz had a rare degree of skill for someone his age and position. And if you want to learn how to achieve that kind of mastery, you need to raise your basketball IQ in order to transform into the best version of yourself. It's what separates the best players at every level. And the best place to raise your IQ and your skill is called Point Guard College. They have camps all around the country that teach you how to think the game. PGC is the only 4-in-1 camp experience in the basketball world, combining playmaking, thinking the game, leadership, and mindset training into a 5-day transformational experience for players. Point Guard College runs over 100 camps in 30 states, so find one nearest you and separate your game from your competition. And he's also struggled going to the basket and finishing through contact. He's been able to draw a few fouls, but he's also gotten stuck a number of times with an incredibly pressured shot when he had passes to open shooters on the perimeter. This is just a matter of experience, and while there might not be enough reps in the last 6 games to see marked improvement, I have confidence in Brett Brown's staff that they'll be able to help him raise his level of play going forward. He might not be the most natural passer out of the high pick and roll, but check the beauty of a cross-court skip to take advantage of his play, collapsing the defense. And he has the vision to see the cutters, indicating a high basketball IQ that just needs more experience and polish. Defensively, he shows good energy and ability to stay in his stance. He seems willing to give out on defense, which is a really good start, and just needs to continue to refine his footwork so as not to get stuck behind screens this easily. Even if he does get beat on the miscommunication with his big, check the great effort to contest the shot even if he doesn't prevent the score. This is good stuff. On this defense, he doesn't take an ideal route, but recovers nicely with good energy to contest this Kemba Walker shot. We have multiple efforts here and good display of lateral quickness, and though he does get beat, his teammates cover for him to force the turnover. And if he continues to show signs of getting around ball screens like this, then the Sixers are in good shape and won't even have to switch as much when he is involved. While I'm sure most Sixers fans have been wringing their hands the whole season, worried that management made a huge mistake picking him first, but I feel very confident that not only will he develop into a terrific guard for them, he could be the key to unlocking a deep run in the playoffs this year. Of course, he was directly involved in a pinch post action gone awry that has now sidelined star center Joel Embiid, which is brutal since this was supposed to be the time these two guys gelled alongside Ben Simmons as they prepare for the playoffs. That said, the remaining games are very easy except for one against the Cavaliers, which has real seeding implications, so they could get that third seed without Embiid in the lineup anyway. And when he comes back, and the Sixers can unleash their size and athleticism alongside shooters that can space the floor, then watch out. They could be the biggest surprise in the East and storm right into the conference finals. Sports fans, to see more of our great NBA content and analysis, make sure to hit the subscribe button, but also click the bell and adjust your settings so you can get an alert the second our videos drop, because trust me, you're going to want them hot and fresh. You in?